Hey guys, finally, welcome back. It has been a long week. We got back from vacation on last Sunday, and on Monday, hit with the flu. I mean, we're talking about 102, 103 temperatures, sore throat, cough, body aches, chills. It was a horrible week. And so today I'm actually feeling a little better. I think I slept on and off for about 2 or 3 days. It was that bad, and the only thing left is this nasty cough that I've got, but hopefully I won't cough a whole lot through this. So, I'm doing a show in October, and I want to start making a little bit more Christmas-themed earrings and stuff like that, because I didn't have a whole lot of Christmas stuff last year, and a lot of people were actually asking about it. So, this year I'm probably going to do that. Usually around July, I don't do anything but put together jewelry. So you might not see videos from me for a while after this month, unless I come up with something really cool. Because it's just time for me to get my jewelry made, get them all priced, get them all packaged and stuff like that, and just concentrate. And that way when the show comes, I pack and go. Normally it takes me like 5 or 6 days, and I'm running around like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to figure out pricing and stuff like that. And my sister-in-law usually comes down and helps me, so thank God for that. So I'm gonna try and make just a simplified snowflake today. I have a more complex one, but I haven't figured out how to do it. I've made it once and I never recorded myself doing it, so I need to sit down and work on that. But I wanted to show you something that came in the mail the other day. It just blew me away. I was in the middle of, yes, being sick, and I got this little package, and I got sent these adorable little rhinestones. Look at this little jar. I mean, I love little bitty stuff like this. They're so cute. But I got all these rhinestones and a bunch of different sizes, and I'll tell you who it's from in a minute, because you'll probably figure out when you see what I'm going to show you next. And they're just so cute. And I need to make me some flowers with them. So I've got that. Then I got this other little bag of all kinds of rhinestones, and another bag of all kinds of rhinestones. So I got a lot of rhinestones now. Okay, and you're going to know exactly who these are from. I didn't. When I opened up the box, the name did not register. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I ordered something in, in my coma state. I didn't remember. But no, I didn't order anything. And I got these, so I'm going to show you this. So this is from Susan Bailey with Turtle Soup Beads. So she used my multi-cutter petals that we already showed you, and she did a video on. But she sent me little samples of some of the flowers that she made with them. I mean, aren't those adorable? So I got a couple of those, all those rhinestones, and these are my favorite. Look at these. She sent me a pair of earrings that she made with them. And I just love her creativity. I made the cutters. I haven't made anything out of them. And she just has all these ideas in her head, puts them together, but aren't those cute? So those are made with my magic teardrops. And there's the back of them. Look at how perfect. I mean, they're just perfectly made, and they're just awesome. I was so happy. This just totally made that entire week so much better. So I wanted to share those with you because they're just so cute, and I never get gifts, so that was such a surprise, and I was so happy about that. It's amazing what little things that people bless us with just totally makes your day. So I also wanted to show you a couple new things that we're probably going to put out. I think I'm going to make these smaller, but you know what? Do I want to show you now? Okay, let's show you now. Before we get to the snowflake, because I've got clay that's just laying here. Excuse me. So I think today we're going to do 2 different flowers. Or leaves, or whatever you want to call them. You can use them as petals, but these are some more petals. I think I'm going to put these out tonight. These are just regular petals. You can use them for leaves. You can use them for flower petals. These are in a 1/2 inch, a 3/4 inch, and I think I went down to like a 0.4. I know 0.4. I know the fraction. I just can't think of it in my head right now. But anyways, This is going to be one of them. And I was going to go all the way down to 1/4 of an inch, but then when I made the 1/4 of the inch, actually this is like a 0.3 or something, okay? You can see how tiny those are. These were 1/4 of an inch. Excuse me. And these to me are worthless. They're going to get stuck worse than these did. I didn't use water. So I don't think I went down that small on these, because while they're cool, they're just, I think it'd be more frustrating for you guys trying to get them out of these. So I didn't want to go that low. And then the second one that I'm going to release tonight are the Sakura petal flowers, or the flower petals. I think I have one of them. I've got a ton of these made up, so we're ready to go. Okay, so these are more flower petals, and it's going to be the same size. And then probably this week, I will have a 5-point flower. Okay, and those will also come in 3 different sizes. And then I have made other flowers, but they're pretty similar. You know, this has got the pointy tops. This has got the round tops. I don't know if we really need both of them, because you really can't tell. But if I were to do these, so this is, that's the pointy. These are the round ones. Again, I'm not using water, so if they get stuck, it's kind of my fault. And these are this one. Okay, and so it's all different. Yeah, I didn't press down too hard on this. So I'll probably do this one. Okay, so that one, all you gotta do is pretty much fold it up. These, they kind of look like little stars. So I'm not really sure if there'd be a whole lot of use for them. Maybe if you do bead embroidery. They kind of look like gears, if you ask me. So I'm not sure about those, but I do want to get those out. And then the last thing that I'm working on, I think I'm going to go a little smaller, but I know a lot of you like to make fairy houses. And again, sorry. Okay, so this is just a quick sample. So this is a roof. Nothing else to say. This is a roof. And these are going to be great if people like to make fairy houses, because you just roll it. And then you can make your own little roof for your fairy houses or whatever. This is about 4 inches. I need to get this down to maybe just 3 inches. I don't know yet. I'm still working on that. And then we have this, which is ready to go. I just don't have any made. And I know this isn't clean, but we're going to roll it anyways. So this is one out of probably 10 different designs. And this one is just little leaves and flowers and stuff like that. So we're still working on those, and as soon as we get done with those, we will start putting them online. So okay, let's go back to our snowflake. So you can use any blue that you want on your snowflake. I'm using a cobalt blue. This way you can see it a little bit easier. You could add a little bit of white to this and make it more of an icy blue look. You can use a pale blue. Whatever color that you want, you can use. So let me go ahead and throw this back into the pasta machine, get it set up again, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. And what I did, like I said, I don't know if I said it or not. I'm still a little fuzzy, but you might want to use gloves because you are using white. I'm not really worrying about it today, but it is probably a smart idea. So I just made a plug with white. Okay, and this is going to be for the center. Now again, this is a simple snowflake. You can make them a little bit more complex by adding more, I don't know what you call those things, little spiny edges to your snowflake, and it'll give it a little bit more depth. But for me, we're just going to do an easy one today, and then as I get closer to basically kickoff, I'll go ahead and probably make one more a little bit complex. right now it just feels really nice to just be able to come back and do this. I feel like I haven't done it forever. And I walk in here and go, okay, today I'll do it. Today I'll sit down, and it's like, yeah, nope, not happening. And then I didn't do anything. So my granddaughter was sick as well. Pretty much the same thing. So who knows? It may not have came from Vegas. It may have been something that I had picked up before I left. And it didn't hit me until I got back, which is wonderful. But oh my God, Vegas was just so crowded that I don't know if I want to go back anytime soon. Maybe Laughlin, which is kind of like a mini version of Vegas. This is about the exact same amount of hours to drive. But it's on the river, and so you can bring jet skis, or you can even rent jet skis if you don't have them, and just walk on the river at night. And it's a lot more friendly. Vegas has got so commercialized, and I think what I hate about it the most, and sorry for those of you that may smoke pot, I used to, many years ago, but you can't walk down the street without smelling it. And it's just too much. I can't do the smell anymore. So, yeah, that was the only thing. That, and then, you know, you walk down the strip and you got those men that are passing out the little prostitution cards. And, you know, you just look at them and just kind of shake your head. But I think what's worse is that a lot of these cards, people grab them because they shove them in their hands. And they drop them on the street, and you just see everybody in their families walking by, you know, a lot of young kids with their parents, and it's like, why? You know, I mean, it's casinos and stuff. Why are you bringing your kids just to walk the strip? You know, and the cards are littered all over the street, all over the sidewalk, and kids are seeing that. They don't understand that stuff. So I think that just bothered me probably the most. And again, this one I still didn't get to that very edge. I don't know what I did. But the highlight, I guess, of the trip, was not all the dinners we ate. My God, there's another complaint. I'll tell you what, they've gotten expensive too. We went to a place on Fremont Street, which is just a chaotic place to be. It is just mostly young people, and, you know, they've got these little outside bars all the way down their strip, you know, so people are drinking. It is loud because there's two stages on opposite ends, and it's just loud and crazy. We did do a zip line a few years ago, so I got the zip line all the way through there. But you got people that are I don't know, just people that just want to make a buck. So a lot of them, they dress up in these costumes and stuff like that. They want you to take a picture with them. And then, of course, they charge you for that picture. So, yeah, it was chaotic. And I think I totally lost my train of thought. But they have an attraction called Flyover Vegas is what it's called. And I know Disneyland has them. And they take you a couple places. I think there's some that do Canada. Vegas does Iceland and the Wild Wild West. So you sit in a little simulated ride, and it really feels like you're flying over Iceland and over the Wild West. I think that was our favorite part of the trip. So, but anyways, next time I'll just settle for Palm Springs or something. It's a lot closer and a lot more kickback. But yeah, we walked probably, I think one day we put on like 27,000 steps. And that was just walking the strip. It's a long way. And I didn't get to stop at the memorial for the Mandela Bay Hotel. For those of you that know, my daughter was a survivor of the mass shooting in Las Vegas. And the hotel is still there. And the empty lot across the street is where the 3-day concert was being held that he was shooting into. And my daughter was there for that. And it's still an empty lot, but I do want to go kind of pay my respects over there. And then they have some kind of a rock garden a few miles away. Not anywhere where it happened, but off somewhere in some kind of a healing center is what they call it. And I did want to go over there and lay some flowers or something, and I don't know, just pay respect to those that didn't get out, and thank God again that my daughter did. So, alrighty, so that's basically our center, okay? Probably made that white a little too big, but that's okay. So let's show you how we're going to make this leaf. So again, I'm not going to wash my hands. This is so simple, guys. It's really an easy project for you to do. And I'm just going to grab some white really quick. I'm going to run it through the machine a couple times, and then I'm just going to make another log. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back, and we just made a little plug of white. I have a dirty blade here, but you're basically going to act like you're making a leaf. Okay, so you're going to just put 2 stripes straight down, and you might want to let your clay kind of harden up a little bit. These are awesome blades, and they're not even cutting through this, so because you want to make sure that you're cutting straight up and down. Yeah, my blades are horrible. Okay, I don't think I want to use that. So, again, gonna pause. So I found me a brand new blade. So I'm hoping it'll go through the white a little easier. White is just so soft as it is, so. Okay, so I'm gonna try and make this even. I'm going to set it way down here on the bottom just so that I've got a good idea of where to cut. Okay, and then you got to make sure you go straight down. So I'm going to put a cut right there. And we're going to put a cut about right there. Okay. And this is the not the ultramarine, this is a cobalt, and it was run on the thickest setting. Okay, so I'm just going to do that for now, and I got to be really careful with this because these brand new blades are extremely sharp. Going to trim it off the top. I usually don't trim it, but on this I want to be pretty precise. Okay. I'm going to put that on that one. That's a little more square at least. And this is pretty much it to the whole thing. Now the other snowflake that I've made has got a little bit more complexity to it. It's got like 2 or 3 of the little spiny things. I don't know what to call them. They remind me of spiny things. And yes, those are my dogs. They're here with us as usual. Okay, so now we're going to get this into a circle again. Makita! Hey! Makita! She's in the far hallway. She doesn't even know why she's barking. Okay, so now that we got it in a semicircle again, it doesn't have to go back into a regular circle because it's going to end up being a leaf shape. So now we're just going to come in here. I'm going to cut right down the middle. I'm going to put one of these right down the center. Okay, and of course you're going to turn this around. Yeah, it's just, I hate white because it just misshapes so easy. Nice to have a blade that just slices right through everything without squishing them. Okay, so I want to make sure that these are as lined up as I can get it. Okay, so that's our little spiny thing. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to reduce this into 6 parts. So once I finish that, we'll come back and assemble it. But that's basically it. That's your snowflake. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and yes, as you can see, this is a really small cane. I'm going to cut them in 6 separate spots. Okay, and yes, the center is extremely huge. So it's going to end up coming like this. Okay, so we're going to need that to be about that size. Okay, so we're just going to roll this out a little bit. Actually, a lot of bit. You can fast forward through this if you'd like. This might take me a little bit. And I don't want to roll it because then I end up getting a lot of the center sucking in. So if you can avoid rolling your canes, try and do that. And just slowly go from the center. You can grip it like this and just kind of press from, I don't know, a 1/4 inch in to 1/2 inch in. And then once I get it long enough, then I'll go ahead and roll it a little bit. If I knew how to speed up my videos, I would, and leave this all in and speed it up. But if I speed up one spot, it ends up speeding up the whole video. So I haven't really figured out how to do that yet. I have to admit, I haven't had time. I get so caught up in everything going on that I just don't have time to sit down and learn all this stuff. And I know it would probably make my life easier and your life easier if I did, but I just haven't found that right time yet. Okay, so how big was that? That was about maybe 1/2 inch. I have a feeling we're going to have to go a little smaller, but we'll start with 1/2 inch. Because you always want to start bigger than smaller anyways. Okay, so what are we at? About 1 inch? Okay, so let's try that. And I'm keeping these a little bit rounded, not really pointy. Try and line everything up here. Okay, so now we're just going to take a little bit of white and we're going to pack the inside. So let me go ahead and condition this and I'll be back one more time. Okay, so we're back and now we're just adding a little bit in between each one. So we're going to squish this down a little bit. These are really tall. Usually I wrap flowers and all that with translucent. Obviously we want the white for the snowflake, but it works a little different than the translucent. In my opinion, I think the translucent seems to spread a little bit easier. It's just really long. So we're just trimming off a little bit on the end. Need 2 more. The looks of this one might not work. I might have to make a couple more. Well, I guess it'll work. This one's way too big. Okay, so if you really wanted to, you could take a strip of white and just put it over the top as well, which I'm gonna do. And then we're gonna wrap the whole thing with white. Actually, we'll probably wrap it and then we'll come back and fill any areas that look like it needs a little more. So hopefully I have enough white here. That was the end of my package. Don't want any bit of blue on here. Yeah, see how you got a little bit in between there? I think I'll feel better if I add just a little bit of white in there. So we're just gonna make a couple strips. And maybe one more. Okay, so now I think I can just do a thin one over that. I don't think I need to go to a number 0. I'll probably go to a number 1 or 2. Excuse me again. Add just a little bit of extra white. Okay. So going to a number 1. Let's see how thick that would be. Yeah, I don't think I need all that. So we're going to go to a number 2. And that should be plenty. Not used to working so small. I usually just slide it up, but obviously my aim's not that great. And I already told you I cannot cut a straight line for the life of me. Okay. So that's it. So there's our snowflake. And all I'm going to do now is pause one more time as I reduce this. And I'll come back and show you the final snowflake. Okay, so we are back and we are on our final pull. And we did pretty good. We don't have a whole lot of waste, just a little bit on the ends, but not as much as I thought would happen. And if you wanted to, you could wrap this in like a silver foil. I say silver over gold because they're all cool colors. And you can have some sparkle in your snowflake on some of this. So we're just going to leave it just like this. I'll leave one side bigger than the other. So that's probably the hardest part, is cutting it without distorting it. It's a little soft, and so it makes it a little difficult to cut. And there's our snowflake. Yeah, see how that cut? So we'll cut it off of this end. Oop, nope, we don't want to cut it off of that end. But anyways, there's our snowflake. I would suggest when you do yours, go ahead and go down to a number 3 or even maybe a number 4 on the white around it. I don't think I needed that much white around it. But if I make the bead white, here, let's try that real quick. Then it won't matter, it'll all blend in really nicely. So I'm just going to take, we'll make a big bead, why not? And this is really soft stuff, so hopefully I can get this to cut. Yeah, I might have to wait to do this. Alright, I'm going to try one more time. The third's the charm, right? So we're going to roll it as we go. But no, it's just way too soft. So I'm going to let this harden up a little bit, and then before I put it up on YouTube, I will make at least one bead so you can see what it looks like. So I'm going to set it right here and let it leach. But that is our snowflake. Hope you like that, and we'll talk to you guys. Oh gosh, I don't know, but hopefully we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.